this is what the homeless go through on a regular, on a daily basis, is abuse from the staff, abuse from management, and abuse from these organizations that claim to be here on behalf of the homeless to help them. But it's a pyramid scheme, and they're there to profit and capitalize to make money. That's what they're there for, to give themselves employment opportunities and then take all the resources and money for themselves and give the bare minimum, less than the bare minimum, to the homeless. Anyways, so now as you can see, this female is literally telling me that I need to go to a psych ward and I need to get a life and all this, and just degrading me for no reason, like, because I wrote a post that had, I don't even know who this person is. Like, I wrote a post about health issues that I'm struggling with, and she goes on there and basically says that I'm a liar and I'm not having any health problems and I'm mentally ill and delusional and I need to go to a psych ward for no reason. And then I go and look on her profile and it says that she's employed to the Salvation Army. So that makes sense, because I've been making videos exposing the Salvation Army for the fraud that they're committing and the abuse that they're engaging with to the homeless people. So that just affirmed and confirmed everything that I was saying is the truth. So now I can prove that. I can show you that, there's an employee or a staff of the Salvation Army, okay, and is telling me that I need to go to a psych ward. Is that the type of behavior and attitude that people that work at the Salvation Army or in a homeless shelter are supposed to have towards the homeless, or even towards somebody that might be struggling with their health or mental health? Immediately attacked me because I said that I'm going through health problems. These are predators, okay? These people that work at the Salvation Army, that run the Salvation Army, are predators. They prey on the weak. They attack you when you're down. When they see that you're homeless and they see that you're going through health problems, they say, no, you're not. It's all in your head. You need to go to a psych ward. It's abusive, predatory behavior. And this is what the homeless deal with every single day. And their beds are held as leverage against them. So their stability is being used against them. So how is it that anybody can get out of homelessness when the shelter staff themselves are abusive, intentionally, mentally abusive to the homeless, especially if they express themselves that they're having health problems or mental health problems? They literally just, go to a psych ward, sucker. Could you imagine, like, having a Salvation Army staff say that to you when you're homeless? What do you think is going to happen? You know what I mean? It's going to cause this person to fight back, to stand up against the bully. And as soon as you do that, okay, you're banned for life. You're kicked out. Goodbye. You have nowhere to sleep, nowhere to eat. No shower. And they all do it. Every single one of these homeless places in Victoria, they all did it to me. They did the same thing. And I was watching them bully other homeless people. I've been kicked out of shelters for standing up to bullies like this for other homeless people, when I could just be quiet and let these people get abused and let them get bullied and not have to say anything about it, so that way I don't lose my bed. You know what I mean? But guess what? I'm not going to sit here and watch you pray and dominate a homeless person when you work here. You're getting paid to work here, and you're claiming to be there to be supportive to the homeless. Why are you working here, you fucking psychopath? You're a fucking psychopath. This is what I'm talking about. You're a fucking predator. These people are predators, man. They look at these jobs as easy jobs to get into, because nobody wants to work with the homeless, right? They're all... So there's these cockroaches that get in, like this female. I'll show you a screenshot, right? And they sit there and they abuse the homeless mentally. They mentally abuse the homeless relentlessly on a daily basis, power tripping, dominating, doing things to disrupt, provoke, instigate, and upset the homeless for absolutely no reason. And then they say, see, the homeless people are aggressive. And they'll laugh at you and point at you, and no one's going to believe you. Nobody's going to believe you, right? You're just a homeless guy that nobody believes. Well, here you go. Here's a screenshot to show this female of what she said to me, saying that I need to go to a psych ward. And It's right on her profile that she works for the Salvation Army. So am I really crazy? And even if I was, why would a staff that's working at a Salvation Army that's supposed to be working with the vulnerable, supposed to be sensitive to people that are going through mental health issues or addictions or homelessness in general, they're at their lowest point in life. Why would that be the moment that you decide to dominate and prey on somebody and be abusive to them mentally? That's the complete opposite of what your job title that you signed a contract to do is. Like you're doing the complete opposite of what you're claiming. And this is what all these organizations do in Victoria. So it's not that I'm angry or I didn't want to deal with the rules or something like that. As you know, this is what these establishments use as shields to hide their abusive behavior, and that's what they deliver to the community, and the community believes it because they've never been in these homeless shelters to witness this abuse firsthand, so they have no idea. So there's this ignorance that gets developed in this stigma from people's lack of actual real life experience. And then I got people telling me that what I'm doing and what I'm doing to expose this stuff isn't going to change anything. And these are the same people that have never slept at the Salvation Army or went through any abuse from staff or organizations that claim to be there to help. So they are also a part of the problem. Even though these same people are acting like, hey, I'm here to help with the solution with homelessness and I want to help and blah, blah, blah. And then when a homeless guy like me says something and says, hey, this is what's going on, this is the problem, and this is the solution. You know what they say? No, it's not. No, sorry, I can't agree with that. How the fuck are you going to disagree with me when you've never even been through it? So how is it that these people that haven't even been homeless are disagreeing with me or saying that I'm wrong or my methodology or my ideologies are incorrect or inaccurate or ineffective in any way, shape, or form? Well, they're not. And what I'm doing has never been done before because the system keeps you oppressed in a way that makes it so you don't have the energy, you don't have the financial ability, you don't have the stability, you don't have a place, you can't get out of it in order to gain the strength to expose it and fight it. I was one person, less than 1%, that slipped through the cracks, and I promised, don't you guys worry. All the abuse that you put me through and the way you treated me and the way that you tried to gaslight me and intentionally provoke me for absolutely no reason and try to create conflict for no reason, being mentally abusive, to the homeless. And when I get out of this, you guys are going to have a hard time. You're going to have a bad time because I'm going to invest into building awareness around this and paying for advertising to expose this type of behavior, because this is the main cause and root of homelessness is corruption. Is corruption from the staff at these shelters that are being abusive mentally to the homeless, and the management and the people that are running these establishments and organizations that are primarily setting up shop not to help the homeless, but to capitalize and profit off of homelessness by raising funds, by requesting government funding, by getting donations and gifts and stuff like that, and creating this front to the community as if they are this good guy and they're creating this space, even though it's a dorm with 30 other men in it and you got to pay $600 a month to live there. The whole thing's a pyramid scheme. These people are the worst of the worst, okay? Sometimes you get some good people that come and try to work at these places and they end up resigning and quitting because they see how corrupt it is and how abusive the management and all the other staff are to the homeless, and they encourage the abuse to their other coworkers. They encourage you to be abusive and show you and lead by example through mental abuse and other forms of abuse towards the homeless, as if that's the type of attitude that you should have towards the homeless. So the real good people end up leaving and quitting their jobs at these places because they can't handle the reality that this is really what's happening. So here's a little piece of proof just to add to my testimony and everybody else's testimony that's out there.